Welcome to the Rooted Warriors, the podcast where the bonds of sisterhood are not just celebrated, but explored through laughter, tears, and everything in between. Join me and my two dearest friends as we dive deep into the roots of our own friendships, sharing stories and challenges. Whether you're looking for inspiration, advice, or just a good story, we're here to bring a piece of our sisterhood right into your life.
Hi there, baby loves. Welcome back. It's Kat here, just a beacon of positivity here to guide you through another inspiring journey. Today, we're welcoming another special guest and talking all about the beauty of finding your tribe, the incredible souls who lift you up and brighten your path. We'll explore how these connections enrich our lives, empower us, and infuse our days with joy and laughter.
Well, hello there, ladies.
Hi, sister.
Hello. Today, we have a very special guest with us. She is my definition of a warrior. She is deeply rooted in our little small community. She is a fierce mother and grandmother, and I'm honored to call her my friend. So I have Miss Julie Wright here to give us some insights and help us explore finding our tribe today.
Awesome. Welcome, Julie.
Welcome, everybody.
Miss Julie.
Yay.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so I figured Julie would be a great guest on here because if I know anybody that
Over
is
volunteers
over, over
She's like, "Let me
volunteers
help
at
you out here."
everything. You could be a
Hence
stranger.
why she's here today.
Yes, volunteering her time.
No, this is a good thing to volunteer your time
Yeah.
for, though. It's important.
I was telling them a story before you got here about a breakup.
Oh,
And how I had text you, and within an hour, you had everybody at my house. Just these beautiful women there to support me. And I never really knew what that felt like to have women who gather around you and support you. And that was the first time I ever really felt a group of very compassionate people who really, really did care, you know? Um,
You could tell when she opened the door, she's like, oh, what's happening? I'm like, I brought wine, the golf cart, and a bunch of people.
yeah.
She thought she was getting robbed. She's like, what's going on?
Yeah. But
I remember that phone call very, very clearly. I remember asking you, "Are you okay? Are you?" Okay? I remember thinking we had already talked to your brother and I. Do we need to go over there right now? Yada yada. I call her and she's like, "Julie's here with blah 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 blah." She's Gina's drinking,
Yeah,
which
we're
is
all
not
drinking.
like she's already done.
No.
It was a good thing.
She's handled. She's good.
We're cleansing right now.
Yeah.
We're cleansing.
Yeah, but she's part of our Linden Chamber of Commerce. She's the vice president, and she is always pushing and pushing just for community and for us women business owners in the community. And she's such a great voice and advocate for sometimes people without a voice.
Well, you were just talking about she was advocating for small businesses.
Oh, I was telling him about Monday night at the chamber
yeah.
meeting.
That was
it was,
fun.
I was
It was
there, but
fun.
I
It
heard
was
from many
spicy.
people that it was very hot and fiery.
Yeah.
Do you like
Yeah.
it when it gets like that? Is it, like,
It's never
passionate?
gotten like that. And so it was a good, I think it was good for the people who were there to realize that there is a lot of passion in our community. And Gina and I talk about this a lot. If you look at the current businesses in our little small community, women rule.
We do in generally.
Yeah,
In general,
but-
but I'm just saying.
I mean,
just kidding.
we have our local flower shop that's ran by a woman.
Truth.
Our local gift shop is ran by a woman. We have Gina at the coffee shop. Then we have the pizza parlor. And then we have Nicole Wagner, who has the primitive
I was going
barn.
to say.
Mhm.
Then we have Shanna, who's now our new massage therapist,
Right.
you know, and then there's a lot of women involved in the Linden Fit, you know, so there's a lot going on in our town. You know, I always tell everybody, you guys better watch out. You
Throw
guys
in.
think the farmers are, in control.
Right.
Yeah.
So what drives you to be so involved like that and fight for those business owners?
I think it's just genetically bred in me.
Okay.
I am the fourth generation. My kids are the fifth. So I'm the fourth generation growing up there. My grandfather was president of Farmers and Merchants Bank there. I just think it's very important. And we've had many discussions about how supporting the people in your community is by far to me the most important thing you can do. Like, yes, you're going to pay a little bit more, but isn't it worth it to support your neighbor? Linden is so small.
Right.
You do something and your parents know before you get home, kind of small, So to me, it's really important. The other thing is that I know you guys have talked about this before, but I feel like we're losing that generational feeling in that town. And people want to blame it on the transplants and all this. I don't see it that way. I love to welcome new people in our community, and you can't get mad at them if you don't show them what your community is about.
Right.
People are afraid. They don't feel comfortable. Your community should make you feel like you want to come in and not be judged and be able to be open with your ideas and stuff, and then be accepting to that. Things are changing. The world is changing, and it's okay. But for me, the reason why I stay so involved is because I want to give my grandchildren the same experience I had growing up there, safe, and teach them to open the door for somebody, to teach them to say hello. Don't walk with your head down. We live in a town where you should feel like you can walk around with a smile on your face and feel like you're welcome there. Even if you don't know somebody, make them feel like they've been there forever.
Right.
And that's why I do what I do.
That's awesome.
I love it. I try a lot. And I just told Gina, I said, I feel like I try a lot. And sometimes you do get knocked down because people are so set in their ways. And this is how we've always done it,
Right.
And we have this thing where we do the Cherry Festival every year, 3rd Saturday of May every year. And there is 9 of us that put this Cherry Festival
Oh my
on.
gosh, only 9?
9.
It's ridiculous.
And so my question was at this last chamber
Is
meeting.
anybody else in this town?
Yeah. Well, my question was like, hey, if the 9 of us decided we're not doing this anymore, what happens? Is it going to be the older generation, like my grandparents' his friends, my great aunt's friends? Are they going to be the only ones that are going to be like, 3rd Saturday of May? Why isn't there a cherry festival? Or is anybody else not going to care? Or are they just going to complain about it? Because everybody's really good about that too, right?
Right.
Complaining.
Oh, everyone's really great at that. Talking crap.
But nobody will volunteer.
Well, and no one will vote with their dollars either. Won't spend their money in the right places with the people they agree with, which is the most impactful thing you can do, really.
And it drives me crazy. Like, we have the best product at the Wandering Fox. We have the best coffee. I'm sorry. Am I biased? Sure. Right. But Gina and I have traveled many places together to drink numerous different coffees.
And facts are facts.
And facts are facts. Like, we walk away going, okay,
this is trash.
The ambience was wonderful. Why isn't the coffee good?
Yeah.
And it's not anything against them. It's just that she's done her due diligence to bring a fabulous product to our community. And I feel like, what would you say? 80% of them won't even try it because I realize coffee is a luxury. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But like, you go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Which is not good coffee.
No, it's burnt.
No.
Not to exactly.
And it does
That's what I
taste
say too.
burnt.
It's
And
burnt.
they would never walk in there and tell them, well, that's too expensive. I'm not going to
No,
support you
it's
anymore.
so true.
And they
Or
certainly
you
wouldn't get
need
the
to
love.
be more consistent with your burritos.
That's so true.
Yeah.
We always say if we have a pepperoni out of line, everyone on Facebook knows all about it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean,
It's
it's funny.
ridiculous.
Which is crazy because I don't know if people don't realize that small businesses are dying.
Well,
right?
they are. They're being taken over by this giant conglomerate.
Well, not only
by
that,
Amazon.
Right.
but not only that, but we're just economically in a time where I feel like people should be binding together and supporting the small guy,
Yeah.
Agreed.
because you're watching these businesses close because of the cost of food.
How
which
depressing is it?
You know, Monica.
So expensive right now.
Right.
But also PG&E, I tell the
Oh.
story that normally in my Ripon location, my summer PG&E is anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 depending. I just got it. It was $13,000.
Mm.
Mine was almost 10.
Mhm.
Stupid.
Wow.
I called PG&E and I was like, this must be a mistake.
Something's wrong.
And then can I make payment arrangements?
No, literally.
Do you have a layaway program?
Yeah, what is happening? Like,
It's
what
out
is
of
my
line.
next month going to look like?
It's out of line.
So, and this is where I come back to that community thing. So, yes, I think about myself when it comes to the PG&E. It's outrageous, right? But my first thought is
How are the businesses doing it?
that, and like,
And the old
what
people.
about our old people that have
Elderly.
set incomes?
Yeah.
And this is, they're dying because they can't turn on the air conditioner.
Right.
Yep.
Well,
It's
and
killing me.
they're doing everything. It's
And they're eating canned soup.
Right.
because
Well,
beef is so high.
They just boosted my mom's insurance because they live in the Kern area of where the fires are and things like that.
Fire insurance is outrageous. in these
500
areas.
extra, maybe even be $600 extra a month. And for somebody on fixed income, that is
It's
not
everything.
a joke.
Yeah, no.
600 extra dollars.
No, it's,
Where are you going to come up with that? My mom's
Right.
dying. Like, she doesn't know what to do.
yeah. And like with the community thing, like Gina doesn't know this, but we have this old man that walks around Linden every morning and he talks to everybody. And he is on a budget. I know he is because he overshares. And one day he came in the afternoon and I was getting ready to close and you could tell he was just lonely, looking for something. Well, we had coffee left in the coffee pot in the back. And I said, hey, I'm going to just throw this down the sink. Do you want me to just put it in a cup for you? You can take it home, reheat it tomorrow morning, whatever. Oh my God, he was so happy. The next morning I opened and he came in and bought a hot chocolate.
Mm.
And he's just like, this is so much better than that place across the street.
I thought you were going to say so much better than that crappy coffee you gave me.
But it was just so
I wasn't
cute
sure where you were
'cause-
going with that,
No,
Julie.
it was just so cute because he's like, this is so much better than the place across the street.
We
And I
won't
was like,
name any names.
No.
No.
The
And I
name
was
that
just
shall
like-
not be named.
I was like, don't be naughty because he eats breakfast over there every single day
With Andy.
with Andie.
Wait,
That-
our Andy?
No,
No.
no, no.
No.
With his Andy.
Oh.
With
With
his
Andie.
Every
Yes.
time he talked
Traitor.
about Andy, my inside my head, my image of Andy is from Toy Story.
Yes.
This is what I'm picturing.
And if you ever get a chance to talk to Andie, that'll be a couple hours of your life you will never get back.
She says you will never
She's
be
like,
the
he
same.
signs his name like Andy in Toy Story too.
I happen to love that movie.
Yeah.
I do
Oh,
too.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The community that we live in it's fabulous. And when we lose a community member, everybody feels it, and that's why, again, every December, the first Saturday of December, we do the community tree lighting. And it's in remembrance of all our past community members. And there's ornaments that the family can buy and you put it on the tree. And then we do a tree lighting. And this year I'm going to blow it up a little bit.
Blow up the tree or just
She's setting that
town.
tree on fire.
Yeah, the whole town. No, I'm going to
Lighting this bitch on fire.
Yeah. Everything's going up in flames, y'all. No, last chamber mixer, we did a moonlight soiree at
That's
the
cool.
Fox. And I let vendors come in
Mhm.
and I didn't charge them, which I'm still in trouble for. But I'm doing it again and I'm still not charging. So I'll be in trouble again. But I live by that rule. Don't ask for permission, just forgiveness.
Ask for
So,
sorry later.
I'm going to
Facts.
do it for the tree lighting too. I'm going to let all these
Forget-
small businesses in our town keep bringing out their stuff, keep
Yeah.
promoting themselves because this is sometimes the only way these people can make a living.
Well, Chamber shouldn't be there to make money off the backs of small businesses. They're supposed to be helping small
we're
business.
supposed to be helping
that's
people.
where-
Other communities, not to be named, get stuff twisted. They think that we work for them as business
Mhm.
owners, and
Mhm.
it's not enough that we pay our fee to them. They're
Mhm.
doing us a service, so they're going to charge us for everything, and then we have to give away free goods at those things.
Right. And that's
Mhm.
where I'm trying to break that pattern. we just had our chamber meeting, which Gina mentioned, and we are doing very well as a chamber, and they are looking for the next fundraiser. And I had another member pipe up and say, you know, it'd be really nice if you take some of this money and put it back into our community
Word.
and stop looking for the next fundraiser.
Preach it.
Right?
Preach it, Julie.
I don't mind donating things to the Cancer
good cause.
Society
Exactly.
and this and that.
Exactly.
But our businesses is what keeps our town going.
Exactly.
Stop. Don't we have flags?
Oh God.
I'm just joking. We have these flags.
We have 5x7 flags.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
5x7.
They're like 11x14s. But
Yeah.
anyways, you can't see them. And so like, I'm like, oh, screw it. Like, you know, I'm like that girl that's like, never mind. Forget your flags. Yes, hang your flags, but I'm going to go and do this. I'm going to promote all our small home businesses. I'm going to let them set up a table, let them sell their stuff, let them support their families.
I love that.
And so we're doing it October 7th, and then we're doing it again on December 7th. 7 this year is for some reason 7 is
That's right. Lucky
it's a
sevens.
7,
Lucky
7,
sevens.
7.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am all about promoting and trying to get, like when Gina did the coffee shop, I had like a really good full-time job. And I needed to get kind of out of it. And so like Gina was like my scapegoat. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go over here, you know? And I have, like I told her, I said, I never knew I could love doing something so much. At the beginning, it was so funny because I just wanted to do the register and like talk to people. And she'd be back making the coffee and she's like, you know, you're going to have to learn how to do this. And I'm like, no, I'm like making somebody a bad cup of coffee is like messing up their hair as a hairdresser.
Right.
Like it's
Just
the beginning
ruined
of their
the morning.
days. So like if you don't give them that good cup of coffee, they're going to be like
They're
mad.
not going to care about that coffee once they have a conversation with you, Julie. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. So
It's all
like,
good.
so that was my whole point of the community thing is letting someone come in and be who they are and accepting who they are, being open to ideas. Like I think that is the most important thing. I'm all about ideas.
Love that.
All about it. Like you got a good idea. Like I'll help you execute it. Will I be in trouble when I get home?
Word.
Pretty sure I'll be in trouble.
She's like, usually.
Yeah. Because, you know, I am very graciously thankful that Gina lets me work at the coffee shop and I'm able to like talk to everybody. But I also get to bring my grandson to work.
That's like
And
the
so, like,
ultimate job.
Everybody
to have.
just looks at me and they're like, how in the heck is she like making coffee, holding the kid, warming up a sandwich, you know, doing all that stuff. And I'm like, the one guy the other day was like, you were like the best multitasker I've ever seen in my life. And
You
I'm
just
like,
haven't watched a housewife in action. That's
right.
why.
Well, that's like the dream job for a grandma, wouldn't it,
It
be?
is.
Like to kind of just have like a calm
it
environment.
is. And I feel like, you know, because Gina says, you know, well, I raised my kids at the pizza parlor. Like it's good.
Right.
But I feel like Jackson is like the most sociable 6-month-old I've ever met.
And
like
he knows
people walk in the
espresso
door
like
and
no
he's
one.
just like, hey, you know.
Welcome to the Wandering Fox.
And I feel like it's like driving in all these moms because it's making them more comfortable to know that it's okay to bring
It's like
your
a mops.
screaming baby into the coffee shop. We're like, this is what Gina wants.
Just
She
dress
wants
them
you
up
to
as a
bring all your
fox,
kids.
and then you can be the mascot.
It gets a little frustrating when they start tearing the greenery off the wall, but hey, we're there to glue it back on when they're gone, you know, but
Pick up the pieces.
yeah.
What about so not just finding your like tribe inside of community, like a town or a city, but like as far as the support, like women, like finding your tribe,
Your
of pe-
personal.
yeah, of people, and how important that is. And I know that you have a tribe of women.
I do. I have like, I don't know, what would you call it? Like many circles.
Yeah, you have different circles. She does.
Just many
good.
tribes.
I'm a floater.
Yeah.
She's a butterfly.
I
She
think
said-
we could come up with a better name.
Butterfly.
Floater.
Butterfly.
Julie of many tribes.
She wears, yeah, right. Julie of many tribes.
And you just have to know when you appropriately fit into those tribes on what day. Like,
Right.
if you come in hot on some of those tribes, they're just like, what's going on? What is she taking?
You got to bring the right energy to the right tribe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Too much work. That's too much work. Too much work.
Yeah.
Too much work.
I think, though, it's very important My main number one tribe is my family. And I am very fortunate to have a great family tribe. I have raised a very strong type A daughter. And then I adopted another very strong type A daughter. And then I have my son who is like me in many ways, but very private. I am an open book. He is like, shut your mouth, mom. Don't tell anybody your stuff, you know?
Right.
And so and as I've told you before, I'm a huge fan, I guess. I'm a follower of you guys. So to me, the whole traditional thing is that I would say, and Gina can contest to this, I would say probably 4 out of the 7 days out of the week, we cook together.
Mm-hmm.
We eat dinner together.
Oh, I love it.
It's very important to have that net community of your family.
Yeah.
When we sit at the table at the end of the day, we talk about us, about our jobs, about how we're going to make each other better and how we can improve in ourself. It is not about the outside world. It's not about other people. It's about us. And I think that's important in this time of day because with social media and everything, I think people focus on what everybody else is doing. And I've tried to steer that by being a family of gathering and we talk about us, what is important to us. You know, you guys are business women, you know what it is to run a business. My husband has a business. And so we talk about how we can make his business better as a family. What can we do to help him? So it's the same kind of thing. And then your sisterhoods, your family of sisters, you know, I felt very blessed to be able to become part of Gina's community. We gravitated very quickly to each other. And then I have like my mom community, like we call them the Wind Down Girls.
That's such a great name.
I love that.
Wind Down Girl.
T-shirts
They all
to be
have
made soon.
tattoos.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
the wine- yeah.
That's it.
we all have wine glasses.
Oh, that's so cute.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
love that.
But Gina and I have matching
I was going to say
boxes.
you and Gina's kind of look very similar.
Yes.
My thought.
Yes,
we
we
have
have matching
same
boxes.
That is so great.
Mm.
So I think
Wow.
it's very important. I think it's important for your internal health to have somebody that you can go to. And it doesn't matter if your community circles or your tribes don't intermix. But to me, like I love being able to be a part of everybody's little community,
Mhm.
you know, and I hope that people accept me for who I am when I show up. I'm always like loud, you know, opinionated. I interrupt a lot. I know I'm working on that. But
You're not the only one, girl.
Too soon, Julie. It's too soon, Julie.
well, my husband's just like, you just overtalked them. And I was like, oh, right. I'm like, why do you have to call me out like that right at the table? Right.
Thanks.
But so yeah, I think being a part of a community of women is very important, no matter how many tribes of community of women you have or your family. I just think it's good if you internet them and, you know, and then I love it when I can get them all together in one spot. And that's usually when I
The
do.
best kind of shit show.
Yeah.
Right?
And then you
Give 'em
just
all.
give them all wine.
God's love all over the place.
Oh, it's great.
Organized chaos.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just dump some alcohol on it.
Oh yeah. So I think that I'm gonna beat a dead horse.
Are you going back to generational?
Oh my God. If she beats this dead horse one more time.
I love the subject
She almost
because
said
it's
it.
so she
She
did.
did.
And it's so lost. And then to see it in such a small community because there is so many generations there, right?
Mhm.
But when we talk about tribe and then we gravitate maybe to people more our age, what I love about Julie is she doesn't. It's an older generation. It's our generation, and then it's a younger generation of women,
Trying to recruit
you know.
them.
And it has to do with
Somebody's
chamber.
got to do
That's
the work
rooted
for you.
warrior
Right.
style right there.
but it has to do with one passing on that knowledge. When you have such a small net, say that Julie her only tribe was her family and what she did 4 nights a week, or you know what I mean? But instead it's, you know, now she has the honor of being able to bless a younger generation and to mentor them and to show maybe role modeling of what the community needs and how she upholds that. You know what I mean?
So it goes beyond the family. It's like
Yeah,
profound health
and then it's
beyond.
multi-generational.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I mean? And
Well, her daughter's the same. She's learning it from her and she'll teach it to her daughter and when she has a daughter, but
If she has a daughter.
Mhm.
or her boys when they find their wives. But the point is that it's like you said, it's generational. So it'll just,
Mhm.
there's so much good that comes from that kind of leadership.
And so much knowledge.
Well,
Right.
it's
You know,
important
there.
because and Gina knows a lot of these young women that come into the coffee shop, they don't have that person to guide them.
Right.
So it's like they come to the coffee shop to get advice. What should I do
Mhm.
here? What should I do here? And my biggest thing is you take it day by day. Don't worry about the day after tomorrow. Don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about today. What are you doing today? You know?
Julie,
And
you
I have
remind me of Mama Tot. Has anybody ever told you that?
no.
Like a tater tot?
No, Mama Tot, like from like Ophelia Shoes 99 from she is a
Oh,
girl,
God.
she's a lady on TikTok. She is loved by everybody. She sits down with people and they'll write to her and say, my mom just passed away and I don't know what to do, but I just need someone to sit with me. So she just kind of walks over and she'll bring her snack and sit down in front of her phone and say, you know what, honey, it's okay. And she'll just sort of eat with you and talk to you. But I swear you need to look her up. She's like your doppelganger. Like it's there.
It's Mama Tot with some wine.
Dude, she's
Right.
one of the best chicks
I
I've
won't be
ever met.
eating.
Well, she eats everything.
I'll be
That's what she
drinking.
does. She's
She'll
awesome.
be
But she
drunk.
does that too.
Be
She
drunk as a
tries
skunk.
she tries moonshine and stuff in that on that's how she started out. Yeah, you would like her. You'd like her in more ways than one.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what's important though. Is like Gina said, like these girls come in, they're lost, they need advice. We had like our little massage therapist girl.
Mhm.
She was just feeling defeated because if anybody's had to deal with the county, especially San Joaquin County, she was trying to do everything
Nightmare.
by the book, right? And she was
Nightmare.
just stressed. And I said, you just have to let it, whatever happens, happens, but you just got to let it go day by day. It's not going to fail. It's just going to take a minute,
Right.
and you can't, it's a hard lesson to learn. Even at my age, I've been like, you always want the instant result, right? So I'm like, you just can't push it and you can't, I'm all about being a squeaky wheel, but at some time point, you just have to be like, let it rest and then it'll all
Right.
work out.
The
And here we
challenges
are.
make you stronger.
I,
Way stronger.
do they? And that's,
Way stronger.
and that's a lot, it is. And now she's up and running and she's going to do her grand opening the night of our mixer. And,
On the 7th?
yeah.
I know.
Seven?
For some reason I
Seven?
knew.
The number 7.
Yeah. And then now she's bringing in an esthetician
That's
and
great.
yeah. And I think it's great. And did it take a year? Absolutely it did. But you know what? She's done it the right way. But she's good,
Well, women need women, and it's great that you're there for other women, and especially other women in your community, not just your family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's hard. I think that there's a lot of women out there that need women and don't know where to go to get that.
Where is it safe too? Because sometimes other women are not safe.
No, and judgy.
Right.
And
It's so judgy.
But
You
even
just-
those women need women. They just
Right.
don't know how to act around women or how to ask for that kind
Right.
of help.
And I just feel like, and Gina's whole coffee shop vibe was the point of letting not just women, but men too, but people to come in and just sit, read a book, relax, take in the environment, just enjoy each other,
Right.
smile at each other when you walk in the door,
That was the whole point.
greet each other with happiness. Somebody could be having the worst day in the world. I just posted a picture of a girl, do not know her name, but she just looked kind of down when she walked in the other day. And I was like, oh my God, you look so pretty today. Can I take your picture? She has this really cool tattoo of a coffee cup,
Oh, that's awesome.
so I took a picture of the coffee cup. I took a picture of her and I'm like, you look so pretty today. I'm going to put you on the Wandering Fox Instagram.
Aw.
And, thanks for coming in and getting your Mother of Dragons. And, and she was just like, oh my God, thanks. She just left happier. And I feel like if you did that to somebody once a day,
Mhm.
they're going to take that and they're going to carry it on to the next person and to the next person. And then, then everybody, I feel like there's just something in the air right now that is just
Negative.
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 Yep. I just got done saying it to one of my kids yesterday.
And
that
you
is
can
so much
feel it.
negativity.
It's
So everybody
the
needs to
dark.
start hanging rosemary wreaths on their door.
It's the dark. It's
the
the
dark.
dark.
Need to mark my door with something.
Yeah. I just read this thing like rosemary's supposed to bring in like good things and make you happy.
Good
So I'm
vibes.
like out in the garden cutting all the rosemary and I'm making little wreaths. I'm like, Gina, don't be alarmed if you come to work tomorrow and there's rosemary all over the place.
I hear you're really creative. So tell us some of the
I can
creative
be.
things that you've done.
Creative. We've actually talked about how creative
labels.
your wine labels.
Mm.
I've talked about how creative you are on here.
I love wine, obviously.
Right.
So in Napa, there's this place called Tank Garage,
Okay.
and I've taken Gina there. It's my
Mhm.
most ultimate favorite place. The thing I love about them is that they use local artists to develop all their labels, and their labels are wild. Like they're just out there and they're beautiful. I take them off of the wine bottles and I'm making a collage with
How?
them.
So
How do you take
cool.
them off?
Without them like
I
breaking?
put hot water in the bottle and then they just peel right off.
You are a
ladies.
magician of
Mhm.
magicians.
Yeah.
So,
Look at you.
and I haven't said this so far, but she is a magician of all magicians.
What do
She
you mean?
can fix anything. She can do anything. This bitch
Just
is
call
on the
Julie.
roof
Just
of
call
her
Julie.
house. She will dominate. Like, so her daughter had to move, and the place was, but she was so encouraging to her daughter, and then was there every single day on the roof,
Aw.
on fence posts,
2
tearing
weeks
out
before
trees.
delivery.
Yeah, right before her grandbaby was born.
My
She was
daughter
like
got
a
the notice
maniac.
that she needed to get out. And it was a sad situation for her landlord
my
at the
goodness.
time.
Yeah.
She was going through a divorce and her husband decided he wanted it all.
Ugh,
And
that's fun.
so she had to like, tell Sam like, hey, you have less than 30 days to get out of this house.
Oh my
9
god.
months pregnant.
Unbelievable.
And 2 weeks before my daughter. So then we found another house in Linden. Yeah, we just won't go there. But
Right.
I and my tribe of women, who I am so grateful for, went in there and within a week we totally did like that. We should have taken pictures, but you're just in the
Extreme
moment.
home
Right.
makeover.
Yeah, we painted, we caulked,
You cocked.
we did.
What? Did you hear her say it? She's like, we cocked.
We used like 5 tubes. Caulk.
We didn't have any there, so we did the cocking.
But it was my poor daughter. I made her sit in this chair and we just wheeled her around the house. And we were like, because I'm like, you're not having this damn baby yet. I need to get stuff done. So I kid you not, the first night they stayed there and I went home before 11 p.m. I was just laid down and the phone rings.
I'm
And my
in labor.
daughter's like, I think I'm in labor.
Oh my God.
And I looked and I'm like, in 30 minutes, it is your due date. Of course you are.
Of
You
course,
type
darling.
A woman because you are having this
'Cause you
baby
scheduled
on your
it.
due date. Yeah.
That's
So,
hilarious.
So Jackson was born on Valentine's
But you
Day.
killed it for her. And it was a meh place to move into, but what was it when you were done?
But she would do that for anybody. Like she would. She's a lunatic.
Yeah. I know.
She is.
I love that.
pick
that, you
called
it a lunatic.
This is the woman
She's
that
a
you do like drive
ridiculous
down the
lunatic.
street and you're like, oh,
Who's
Julie's
this?
on the roof.
Is
My
she
son-in-law-
okay?
Do I wave? Like, I'm not sure. She's like, I fell off the roof today. this is
True
her. And
story.
I'm like,
Are you
lunatic.
serious?
She is.
Yeah,
she,
I knocked myself out and I came to and I was like, oh shit.
I'm
Should
going
I
to be
go to the
late for
hospital?
work today.
no, I did
fell
not.
off the
You
roof.
did not.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
No,
But she
I
actually
didn't
came
even
to
want to
work.
explain that shit to anybody. I was
I
just
think
like,
she broke something. What
yeah,
did
my
you
arm.
hurt?
I think it was
It's
like
not even-
deeply bruised. It wasn't broken.
Yeah.
Deeply bruised. I was deeply
She said
bruised.
it like it was nothing. Yeah,
I was
my arm.
deeply bruised.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
But my son-in-law calls me Tweaker Tammy.
this is so funny.
Do you
He's
start 87 things and not finish them or something?
No, I finish everything.
Everything.
she says it till 5
I
in the
swear
morning.
this is not an exaggeration. Sam can call and be like, my internet is out. And this woman will have a ladder and be on top of the roof
She's got her
with the satellite.
with her tool belt.
My
on.
leather tool belt.
Yeah. There's
From the Home
nothing,
Depot.
nothing she can't fix or can't do.
She's like Bob the Builder.
Well, the other day we had broken chairs and she was like, we have broken chairs. And I'm like, I got you, girl.
Yeah.
I fix it.
I'll do it. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming and talking with us and just being part of our tribe.
Yeah. I loved it. It
Well,
was great.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
Julie.
Thank
You
you,
were a
Julie.
wonderful guest. You're a wonderful
All
human.
inspiring.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
If all of us women could just take a piece of that with us and share that or pass it on to someone else, it would change.
Well, thanks. But
A
I
lot.
feel like all of you women have a little piece of something that everybody could take from and be better. So you guys need to embrace that too. So
Oh,
just
I love
remember that.
Is there
You know.
anything that we should have asked you that you wanted to speak
Yeah, you have the
more
platform
about?
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
No, I think you guys are wonderful. I think that you are very open and very loving and very powerful women, very successful women. And I think my advice is just, to me and to you and to is just keep on that path.
Wow.
No matter how hard it is. I think that it's important to stay on that path.
Speaking truth is never easy.
But it is
enemy comes
important.
at
And
you
it doesn't
hard.
matter what other obstacles come at you in life. I mean, there's a ton, right? As a mom, as a woman-owned business owner, tons of obstacles come at you every day, right?
Mhm.
And I just say from each one of you, you guys have so much to offer and don't lose it. Just keep going.
And we're so much better together as a tribe.
Yeah. And then
Mhm.
it's easier to tell somebody to F off when you're in
Word.
when you're in a circle than it is by yourself.
Word.
When you have someone standing behind you and you know that you have a strong tribe behind you, it's easier to be more powerful. But
Agreed.
just remember to stay powerful on your own too.
So before you leave us, I want to show everybody Ophelia because this is her a while
my
ago.
God.
Her her
Wow.
son passed away. Actually, he was shot.
no.
in a
Really?
gas station.
hot.
She's gorgeous.
Fire hot.
No,
Yeah.
she's gorgeous, and she's very casual in this photo. She's over the top
And
beautiful.
how old is she now?
She's got to be our age. She's
Is
probably
she-
50.
Do I Google her on TikTok?
So look up Ophelia or Shoes 99. But if you look
so
at
weird
with
that
TikTok,
her name is Ophelia.
I know.
right?
Gina.
Ophelia.
That's my grandbaby.
I know, right? Well, look
That
at
is due like any day.
it's the wildest thing.
9 days away.
This is going to be the best thing ever. I cannot
Yes.
wait for that phone call.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I know.
I-
It's
I-
exciting.
I'm so happy for the two of them.
Does she not look so good?
Lily is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
like the further she goes, the better she looks.
She
Oh my
does.
It
She
doesn't
looks
usually.
better than she did at her shower.
Agreed.
I'm like,
Well,
wait,
like,
what's going
Some
on?
women really embrace being pregnant.
Oh,
And I think
yeah.
And I
Lily
think when
did
you
that.
really want to be
Seriously.
pregnant, I think that it changes everything. You know,
Mhm.
because outlook is everything. We talked about how your mind controls everything,
Mhm.
and it's true. You know, she wants to be in that moment,
Absolutely.
and I think
She's
it's
been
beautiful.
waiting so long to be a mama and
Yeah.
to share that love with someone
Mhm.
like that. And she's so crazy in love with Anthony.
I'm so proud of them.
Well,
No,
oh my
me too.
gosh, you should be proud of them.
You
As a
should be.
mama,
I'm
this
so
doesn't
proud
get
of them.
any better than that.
Yeah.
They're both good spirits.
Yes.
And that's what it comes back to, right?
Yeah.
Like we are a community of great women and we've raised great kids. And yes, there's road bumps and everything else, but you know what? That is all character building. That's what makes life and that's what makes who
Mhm.
you are. And
That's
you
right.
know,
And I'm
just
gonna go
gotta-
get some rosemary. What about you guys?
Yeah. I highly recommend it.
I don't know what season this is.
I'm gonna be at Parks Nursery.
It reminds me of what is the show where the mother of dragon is that what it's called? The mother? No, something about dragons.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. When they're like the years of the dark is coming up. I kind of feel like that's where we're
I only
at.
know about the hot guys. I don't know anything else about it.
I'm gonna blame it on like Mercury retrograde or what do you call it? The full moon.
Right.
I
It's
think
something.
Harvest Moon is was upon us.
I have like this vague memory of Gina of like 10, 15 years ago where I'm talking about somebody being crazy. She's like, well, what was the moon that day? I'm like, how am I supposed to know? The freaking calendar of the moon? I don't know. And she's like, well, because it matters.
It does matter.
does
What are you
matter.
talking
To
about?
this day, when I start getting crazy, Adam will be like, "Is it a full moon? Like, what is
What
your
is wrong with
problem?"
you?
But it is. There's energy.
Gina
Sorry.
says it's
I
a
agree with
Thursday.
that,
She said it's a
totally.
Thursday.
This was like a super moon again, right?
Yes, it was. It was the super moon.
Like the
know what
last
that
2
is.
days.
I don't know
Like
what that
there was
is.
a super moon, right? Like
Yeah.
it was this giant, it was beautiful.
It was. But we do. We
It's
talk about
weird.
energy. Sorry, the moon
do. I
has
talk about it
energy.
all the time.
It pulls and pushes in our freaking oceans.
What does it do? What does it do, Gina?
Because when the
lights up
lunar
the
like
sky.
approaches the
I'm just joking. Andy's gonna
it's
philosophize.
retrograde.
It's retrograde. Yeah. I'm gonna blame this on Mercury.
Yeah, Mercury, you're to blame.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you again, Miss Julie.
Well, thank you. And remember, stay warrior.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah. Be rooted. Be rooted.
Be rooted.
As we close today's episode, I hope that you're inspired to reach out and make a difference in your community. Remember, tribe members, every small act of kindness can create a ripple of change. By lifting others, we also lift ourselves. Whether it's joining a local cause or simply offering a helping hand, your actions matter. Together, we can build strong, more connected communities. This is Mighty Mo, reminding you, feel blessed, be blessed.